What's up, everybody? I'm Michael Chris, 3 years running bestseller at ShineOn. Now I'm the CMO of ShineOn. I wanted to thank you so much for checking out our YouTube video. And if you like this kind of content, I want you to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I hope you enjoy the video. What's up? How is everybody doing today? We've got Deborah here from Disney World. What's up, Deborah? Thanks for joining us from Disney World. That's pretty cool. I hope you're wearing one of those little hats with those top spinners on it. That would make this Coffee with Michael maybe the best one ever. Maybe. We've got Bill from Connecticut. What's up, Bill? How you doing, buddy? Ross from Australia. Arthur says, let's go. Let's do it. Arthur, you've been in the community for a long time. It's good to see your face around here on these. Sharon, you too. You've been here a while. Love the little coffee emojis. Good job. Let's do it. Facebook user, my favorite person to join us every single Friday without fail. Facebook user has never missed one. If we were giving out attendance awards here, and we aren't, but if we were, you would definitely get one, buddy. So, or guy or gal, sir or ma'am. Let's see here. We've got Dom from Tacoma, Washington. What's up, Dom? How you doing, buddy? We've got Pierre from Montreal. Pierre, how you doing, bud? We've got Steve here from Ontario, Canada. What's up, Steve? How's it going? Let's go. Let's do this. All right. Today, we're going to be talking about Marketing 101. Let me blow that up. Give my trusty laser pointer. That's how we do it. Marketing 101. We're going to be dealing with the conceptual today more than the practical. Even though the things you learn will be practical, we're going to make it as practical as possible. But today is not a day where we're actually going to get into ad strategy, copywriting, things like that. Instead, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to get into the psychology behind it all. I'm going to help you understand why and how all of that works. So then you can actually write your own copy. You can create your own ad because you understand how it works. That's the goal of today. I want to show you why people buy stuff on the internet. That's what we're going to be talking about. Adrian says, hey, Michael, already hot and humid in St. Petersburg. Well, I feel you there. It has been in the 90s this week and super hot where I'm at as well, Kansas City. Hello from California. What's up, Christopher? How you doing, buddy? Everybody ready for this? Marketing 101. Are we ready? Are we ready? Taking a break from mowing in the hot and humid Missouri to watch you, Michael. Well, thank you, Facebook user. So Facebook user lives in Missouri, apparently. We're getting closer, buddy. How you doing? Yeah, hot and humid. I feel you on that. I'm close to Missouri myself. I could literally walk to the state line from where I'm at. All right. All right. Are we ready to do this? Are we ready to do this? Everybody got their glasses, mugs, bottles, and flasks at hand? You know how we kick this off. Here's to more conversions, more cash, cheap CPMs, and lower CACs, to higher CTRs, much higher CVRs, to enable ad accounts and big bank accounts, to upsells, downsells, and cross-sells, to winning products and repeat sells, and to the thing that everybody knows, the riches are in the niches, and also your email flows. Are you ready? Cheers, everybody. Let's drink. Yeah, that is how you kick one of these off. Am I right? Everybody's day just got a little bit better. Everybody's week just leveled up a little bit. You know it did. You know I'm right about that. Are we ready to do this? Let's go. Super ready. Let's do it. Thumbs up. All right. All right. Let's go. This is going to be a fun one. I actually love the stuff we're covering today. I love it. I read books on this stuff. It is my favorite subject. All right. You know how we kick it off. Let's recognize some people in the group. So we have Jagdish, $331 in revenue. So how he started his morning. You can see 2:53 a.m. our time. I'm not sure what time it was Jagdish's time. He had one sale with $331. Isn't that awesome? $331 from a single sale. So somebody bought multiple watches, which is pretty cool. And this was when the watches, we were still in that first 500 run. So it was pure profit. It's $331. That is a lot of money. So congratulations, Jagdish. You've got some swag coming your way, buddy. Swag coming your way. Somebody from my team is going to reach out. Sophia Mink, 11 sales on Etsy. Etsy is really starting to perform for us. It's pretty cool. $339 in profit. Congratulations, Sophie. She says, this is the opportunity of a lifetime, and I can't wait to see what comes next. Absolutely, absolutely. You probably hear me say it over and over again. This is the best entrepreneurial opportunity in the history of the freaking world. I really mean that. What we have here at ShineOn is something magical. It may never exist again in the world, right? It may not. You never know where things are going to go. After this, we are in the wild, wild west of the digital age of the internet. And to be able to, sell somebody else's product that you didn't have to risk your own capital for, that you don't have to hold inventory for, that you don't have to fulfill yourself, right? It's unbelievable that you can do that. And the fact you can do it online, so you don't have to have a brick and mortar store, you don't have to have a countertop through which you exchange, have a transaction with an actual customer. You get to do it all online through ads, through incredibly large distribution networks that are dirt cheap to use. It's unbelievable. I'm telling you, the opportunity is endless, and the time we're living in is unparalleled. There's been nothing like it in the history of the world. So you should not be sitting this out. Do not sit this out. It is a crazy thing to be sitting this out. Just my 2 cents. All right, Rashmi, 6 units, $178. I'm new to e-commerce and ShineOn, playing around with Facebook ads. Starting slow, sold 6 units in 30 days. Hope to increase sales. Congratulations, Rashmi. I just love to see the action. I love to see that you're out there testing designs, putting some ads up, and you're learning the ropes. That's the only way to move forward in this business. It's the only way to figure this out. You've got to put your money where your mouth is. And by the way, there's only so far book learning is going to take you on this kind of stuff. There's only so far taking courses and reading online and reading about other people's success is going to teach you. At some point, you got to put your money in the ring. And that's when the best lessons are learned. Trust me on that, because those lessons stick. The lessons you learn when your own money is on the line are the ones that stick, because you have skin in the game. Skin in the game. So congratulations, Rashmi, Sophie, and Jagdish. You've all got some swag coming your way. If anybody else out there is listening to this and you want some swag, just participate in the group, engage in the group, share some screenshots of your progress, share some things that you've learned, share some good educational or value posts, all of that stuff. We're going to grab kind of randomly throughout the week, especially if we see a good one, and we're going to include it here. And if you're recognized here, we'll send you some free swag. So that is pretty cool. Okay. Just kind of keeping an eye on the comments here. Nazmul says, nice to meet you. First time. Join with your live session. What's up, buddy? Awesome that you were able to make it. Love to see you taking action. And I hope I don't let you down. And I hope you had something to toast with, because that's really what makes this thing just kind of magic. It kind of glides on air after we do our toast. Let's see here. All right. Let's keep going. Are you guys ready for this? Marketing 101. This is like a marketing boot camp. I've spent a lot of money on courses, marketing courses. I've read, all the popular marketing books that you hear so much about. I've talked to a lot of the big marketers, and I did my best to kind of condense down what I think are the most important lessons in today's teaching. Now, keep in mind, we only have an hour together, so I can't go into literally everything, but I really tried to boil down the essence. I tried to figure out what are some of the most important takeaways from all the books I've read, from all the courses I've taken, from the people I've spoken to, that I can share here. And how do I share it in the most effective way so that you can actually take it, learn it, and then implement it, right? That is what I've tried to do here. So this is going to be a little bit of a marketing boot camp. It's like a sales psychology boot camp that we are about to go through. Are you excited for it? Give me some sales. Say sales in the chat here. Give me sales in the chat if you're ready for this. Sales, sales, sales in the chat if you're ready for this. On a lot of this too, it's not only stuff that I've read, the courses I've taken, but it's money I've spent. I mean, I've been doing this for years and years and years now. I've spent lots of money online. I've sold darn near everything you can think of on the internet, not just e-commerce stuff. Well, I've done agency work. I've done lead generation. I also own some other businesses. I mean, I've done all kinds of stuff. And so a lot of what you're getting, it's proven, validated, experiential knowledge, right? So it's not just fluff. That's my point. It's not just fluff. This is something I could put into a course and charge for if I really wanted. And obviously, I'm not going to do that. All right, look at this. Got a lot of excitement. Really digging that. Awesome. Let's go. Let's do it. Yeah, that's awesome. Super happy. You know, most of the time I have to tell people I'm teaching Facebook tactics to even get you to show up. So I'm super happy the attendance we've got today. All right, so first, if you put what you're about to learn into practice, it will literally transform your life, right? I'm not overselling that. It will literally transform your life. It'll make you better at virtually everything that you do. Everything you do. Not kidding. It's going to enable you to see into the future. And I mean that. It's going to, because it helps you predict human behavior. It almost makes you prophetic in a sense, psychic in a sense. Because once you can predict human behavior, you kind of control the universe. It's going to help you navigate all of your relationships better. Every single one of them. I'm not kidding you. Because you're going to be able to get into the psychology of what makes people tick. It's going to increase your impact on the world, right? Because once you understand those things, you know how to deliver your message in the most effective way to have an impact. It's going to open your eyes to endless opportunities all around you, all around you. And it's because your mindset is going to change, right? You're going to click into a growth mindset, right? To where you suddenly start, it's like seeing the code in the matrix, right? Once you get a few of the things I'm about to teach you today, it will literally change everything for you. I'm not kidding, okay? And it will help you develop the most valuable skill in existence that is envied by every person on the planet, whether they know it or not. And I mean that as well. I mean that as well. So we're going to get into it. And by the way, I don't feel like I'm overselling any of this. It feels like learning this stuff, it's what this stuff has done to me, right? So are you ready? Buckle your seatbelts, get your pens out, get your notepads out, and let's go. The more you learn, the more you earn. All right, when you say marketing, most people, not us, we're digital marketers, right? Most people, this is how they react when they hear the word marketing. Ugh, right? Ugh. Everybody make that face. Ugh. This is what happens when most people hear the word marketing. It's because marketing's got all kinds of bad connotations. Because when most people think about marketing, this is what they imagine, right? The used salesman, this aggressive kind of landing page stuff, the countdown timers, the things that pop up, the 3-layered exit intents when you go to try to X out a page and you just get one pop-up after another. You hit back and you get redirected to a page that wasn't actually the page you visited before, right? These are all the things that come to mind when somebody says marketing. And that's why a lot of people do this, right? Ugh, when you say marketing, okay? But here's the thing. Good marketing is like the movie Inception, right? Good marketing is like the movie Inception, because when it works, you don't even realize you were being marketed to, right? Remember the movie Inception, right? The whole idea, and you know what? Side note, there was somebody here named Dom. And Dom is the main character in Inception. I don't think there's anybody named Dom that's ever joined one of these chats before. So that's a little, what is it? Serendipitous? Serendipitous. All right. So anyways, so Inception, right? Inception, the whole idea there is that you go into dreams, right? And you want to plant an idea. That's kind of the whole idea of the movie. But you have to do it in such a way that the dreamer thinks it was their own idea, right? Their own idea. So you can't do it. It can't be so obvious that the dreamer knows you put it there, right? You have to do it in a way that they think it was their idea. And that's the whole movie. The whole movie's trying to kind of puzzle through that. But that is what good marketing is, actually. Good marketing is inception. Good marketing is when someone buys a product and they think it's because it was their idea, right? That is good marketing. Whoops. So think of the last product you bought. Can you even remember what ad caused you to buy it? Can you even remember what ad caused you to buy the last product you bought? I will be honest with you. I bought a lot of stuff. I don't think I can remember a single ad that provoked me to buy something, even though I know that I've seen ads for that stuff before. I mean, surely, right? Surely. All right. Just catching up here. Got glitch in the matrix with Dom. Yeah. That's true. Here's Dom right here, me drinking my rum and Coke, and I get called out. Short for Dominique. Yeah, I think the main character's name was Dom Cobb. And I'll go too deep into the movie. I actually really enjoy that movie. It's a really great sci-fi movie. Anyway, though, it is kind of weird, though. Are we in a simulation? It's kind of weird to think about, right? Here we are talking about a movie. Main character's name's Dom, and Dom shows up. Anyway, welcome, buddy. I'm glad you're here. Okay. So think of the last product you bought. Can you even remember the ad that caused you to buy it? Probably not. Probably not. Very few people can. And why? Because good marketing connects products to people that already want to buy them, right? That's what good marketing does, right? It connects products to people that already want to buy them. That is good marketing. So here's some examples, right? So I've got some people over here. They got some thought bubbles. We're going to work through them real quick just because I think it's useful. So my daughter's having a rough week. I wish there was a way to encourage her. That's from this guy here. Well, boom, maybe he sees this in his news feed. To my daughter, never forget that I love you. If I could give you one thing in life, I give you the ability to see yourself through my eyes. Only then would you realize how special you are to me. Love, Dad. Would that not encourage his daughter? Right? So if you've got a dad out there and he's thinking this, and then he sees this in his news feed, let me ask you something. Is he really going to think it was your marketing that caused him to buy? Think about that. Is he really going to think it was your marketing that caused him to buy it? Like you're basically what you're doing is you're entering a conversation that's already going on in the prospect's mind, right? That's what you're doing. That's good marketing, right? Here's another one. I haven't talked to my best friend in a super long time. It'd be great to reconnect. And then maybe they see this in their newsfeed. To my best friends, side by side or miles apart, we are friends connected by heart, right? I will tell you that when the pandemic first broke out and the lockdowns were going on, this stuff here was selling like hotcakes, because everybody had this thought in their head. They wanted to reconnect with their friends, right? So there's some clever marketer out there who's saying, hey, you know what? A lot of people right now can't connect with their friends, and they're probably wishing they had some way to do it, right? So I'm going to make a product, and I'm going to see if it works on Facebook, right? He or she entered a conversation that was already going on in the prospect's mind. That is what you need to do right there. All right. Last, I can't believe my wife brought a new life into the world. What the fudge? That's crazy, right? And then this guy sees this ad, this product in his newsfeed. Happy first Mother's Day. I'm as lucky as can be. To the best mommy belongs to me, right? He's just finding a way. Maybe it's a little indirect to show his appreciation to his wife for bringing a new life into the world. Is everybody getting this? Everybody getting this, right? Good marketing is usually not detected. It's not detected. Good marketing it's so on point, right? It's the right product with the right message. So it's like in the right package, and it's presented in the right place, right? The right medium to the right people at the right time, right? I mean, that is good marketing, right? It's just, you just don't even realize it when it's happening. It's like a magician's sleight of hand, right? That is good marketing. That's what you want to do, right? So look, now I'm going to teach you the most important marketing lesson you'll ever learn. And the reason I'm saying that is because it's the most important marketing lesson I have ever learned, right? This began, I would say, is one of the first lessons I ever learned in marketing, but it literally changed everything for me. And I think it's the most important marketing lesson I've ever learned. And that is no exaggeration at all. People only care about themselves. They don't care about you, right? People only care about themselves. They don't care about you. It's a little cynical, But that's okay. It's a hard truth and you should swallow it, right? It's a sideways pill and you need to get it down, okay? People only care about themselves. They don't care about you. They don't care about your marketing prowess, your big flashy words, your fancy website, the video. They don't care about any of that stuff. They literally only care about you. They only care about themselves, right? I'm just trying to make it clear. They only care about themselves, right? Remember this and you will go far, okay? You should write this down. If you're a note-taking person, write that down. Nobody cares about you. They only care about themselves. When you're doing your marketing work, right? When you're thinking of your ad, when you're thinking of your product, when you're thinking of the copy, when you're thinking of the website, you have got to get out of the way as much as humanly possible. You've got to put yourself in your prospect's shoes, right? And you need to understand they do not care about you. The smaller you are, the more removed you are from the picture, the better. You need to be thinking as much as you possibly can from the perspective of your buyer. From the perspective of your buyer. And you need to write your ad with the perspective of your buyer in mind, right? Their state of mind, their state of being, right? Maybe their emotional state, what they want or don't want in life. You've got to break some of that stuff down because that ad has got to speak to them, right? In a real, authentic way. It can't be artificial or forced or plastic. It's got to be real. And the only way that you're ever going to be able to do that is you're really going to have to be able to step outside of yourself and really get inside of your customer and see through their eyes, right? And I'm not being cliche. I'm dead serious about this. That is what is required to be a good marketer, okay? And you have to design. It goes to everything. It's not just the product and it's not just the ad. It's the website. It's the checkout experience. It's the email flows after. It's literally end to end. Everything's got to be designed right around your customer. Right around your customer. I love this comment here from Facebook user. That's not just in marketing or ads, unfortunately. No, that is actually 100% correct. That's why I said at the beginning of this, if you get this, if this stuff clicks for you, it will literally change your life. It'll literally change your life because it's going to help you understand the world around you much, much better. It can bring clarity to everything you do. It's going to make your relationships better, hands down, because you're going to understand that you are nothing, right? You are nothing, right? And in everybody else's world, they are everything, right? It's a little cynical. I'm getting that. However, this is something you have to understand and you have to learn, right? Look, being an entrepreneur, being a marketer, there are a lot of hard truths in it. And if you don't face these truths, you'll never be good at it. I said a week ago or 2 weeks ago on one of my lives, I said, being an entrepreneur, right, the journey is about waking up every day and realizing how bad you suck at something, right? Because you have to literally fail over and over and over again before you ever find success, right? Very few people get lucky and get success right out of the gate. Most people have to fail over and over and over and over and over again. And the only reason they ever get to success is it's not always because they develop the skill, even though there is some skill development and things like that. The only reason they ever get to success is because they outlast their failures. That's the only reason, right? That's entrepreneurship in a nutshell. You solve one problem after another until you die, right? That's another hard truth about entrepreneurship. You solve one problem after another until you die. Well, the hard truth in marketing, right? The big spiky kind of uncomfortable truth that you have to accept if you want to be good at this is that nobody cares about you. They literally only care about themselves, right? They literally only care about themselves. And if you can click into that mindset, it will literally change your entire life, right? It'll literally change your entire life. Is everybody getting this? Everybody getting this? Let me know in the chat here if you're getting this, right? Let me know in the chat if you're getting this. Benji says you're literally talking to me. Arthur says that's so true. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. Got it. Got it. Yep. All right. Way to be. Way to be. Yes. Yes. Okay. Everyone's getting it. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So let's start talking about your product a little bit. So now we're going to try to make it a little bit practical. Why would someone buy your product? Why would someone buy your product? By the way, it's going to be a little interactive. Why would someone buy your product? Think about it. Why do they want to gift jewelry? Why do they want to gift jewelry, right? Why would they buy your product? Well, it's a little tough to figure out. One thing you got to ask is, and you have to ask from the seller's perspective, why do they want to gift jewelry? Why would they want to do that? What does the gift giver get out of it? Now I'm going to pause here. I'm not going to go to the next slide. I want to see in the chat, what do you think the gift giver gets out of buying one of your gifts? What do they get out of it? What do they get out of buying one of your products and gifting it to someone? What is it that they're actually purchasing? I want to see your answers in the chat. I want to see your answers in the chat. Let's see. Uh-oh. Starting to move a little too fast for me. Let's see. Sending love. Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing. They could be sending love. Spiritual need of contribution linked to love and connection. I kind of like that one. That's getting pretty deep. You're tapping into some needs and stuff. So that's on track. Love, to make them feel good about themselves. That's definitely part of it, right? That's definitely part of it. You know, people donate to there's kind of a whole debate here about altruism, whether or not it actually exists or is dead, but you know, all of that. But yeah, that's part of it, right? It does feel good to give. It feels good to be generous. It feels good to send gifts to people. They get the status of a great gift giver. That's a good one, actually. Status here. They become known as a great gift giver. I actually know some people that really, it's like they've clung to they give good gifts, and that it's become kind of meshed into their identity a little bit. That's part of it. Could be what makes them tick. Emotional satisfaction. That's a great one. Looking for a little bit more. That's a great one, but a little too general. Let's get more specific on that. Memories. They could be trying to create memories. Yes. Emotional gift. Yep, that's right. I like that one. You're tapping into emotion. Everybody's kind of on the right track here. Personal connection. Absolutely. Easy one and done, thoughtful purchase, click and done. So kind of. So this isn't wrong, but I think it's only part of the answer, and it's a small part. It's a small part. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Sense of satisfaction. Okay. Sense of satisfaction. It's better to give than receive. Somebody's reading their Bible. All right. What else do we got? Okay. Brownie points. You never know. Could be brownie points. These are good. These are fantastic answers. If nothing else, just going through the exercise and trying to figure this out is super important. Super important. Everybody here is mostly right. I didn't see any answers that seemed way off base to me. They want the gift giver. What do they get out of it? An emotional experience, right? That is literally what they get out of it. The gift doesn't solve any problems for most people. It's not going to make their teeth whiter or their skin shinier or make them more muscular or fix a leaky pipe in their house. It's not solving a problem, right? What it's really giving them is some kind of an experience. And in this case, it's an emotional experience, right? It's an emotional experience. What they're really wanting is what is promised in the product. So if we go back up here to, where is it at? This one. This slide here. Look at it. I wish there was a way to encourage my daughter, right? I'd love to reconnect with a friend. This guy's somehow wanting to express this emotion he has inside of him, where he's kind of awestruck by his wife's ability to bear a child and bring life into the world, right? All of these are these kinds of internal, like emotional things looking for their expression in the world, right? And they're doing it, the vehicle they're finding to do this are these little gift products, right? These little gift products are what's allowing them to express that emotion and create this experience, this emotional experience, this emotional moment, right, with the person they love. So the dad giving his this gift to a daughter and watching her face light up when she reads a message card. This lady here having the opportunity to reconnect with an old friend, right? And rekindle maybe a friendship. And this guy here watching his wife's face kind of light up for being acknowledged in this incredible, kind of unbelievable, miraculous, magical thing that only women can do. I mean, that's kind of an incredible thing to be acknowledged for. That is, it just, you guys see what I'm saying? Like that is why they're buying. That it's not the gift. It's not that it was white gold or yellow gold or what. It's not that. It's this emotional kind of like fairy tale kind of thing. That is why they're buying, right? So now let's go back. Okay, so how do you sell someone an emotional experience? How do you sell someone an emotional experience? Well, it's actually pretty simple. It's actually pretty simple. People buy with their hearts. People buy with their hearts and they justify the purchase with logic, right? People buy with their hearts and they justify the purchase with logic. So usually the best offer, and we're going to get to offers here in a minute, hang tight. Usually the best offers are those where you give people a reason to buy with their heart, right? At least in our gift products. Give people a reason to buy with their heart. This is where you want to spend 80, 90% of your energy. And then give them a reason to justify the purchase with logic, right? That's 10 or 15% of your energy. Give them a reason to justify their purchase with logic, right? We're going to get a little bit more into this, but that's basically it. People buy with their hearts and they justify their purchase with logic. So here's how you can sell basically anything. Basically anything. You force an emotional response by tapping into an innate need or want. So that's step one. Force an emotional response by tapping into an innate need or want. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. Force an emotional response. That's important. You need, remember I say if they cry, they'll buy, right? If they cry, they'll buy. The idea there is if you can make them feel anything, honestly, you'll have a much better chance of them buying your product. They don't have to just cry, right? Obviously, crying is a very powerful emotion. But honestly, so is laughter, if you think about it. If you can make them laugh, they'll be more compelled to buy than if they see your product and they don't feel anything. It's just flat, right? It's just flat. So force an emotional response. That's super important. Force an emotional response by tapping into an innate need or want. We're going to talk about some innate needs and wants in just a minute. And then two, give their mind a reason to buy, to justify the purchase, right? Give their mind a reason to justify the purchase, right? The way I kind of see people, and you know, some of this I picked up from marketing books and whatever else, but the way I kind of see people is like we almost have two brains. We almost have two brains, right? We have kind of a lizard brain, right? And we have kind of a sophisticated brain, so to speak. Our lizard brain is actually super simple, right? It's more animalistic. It's much simpler to figure out. Where our motivations in the lizard part of our brain are very simple. We're gonna talk about that in just a minute. Then our sophisticated part of the brain is more complex, right? We think we are the sophisticated part of our brain, but I actually think we are more the lizard than the sophisticated man, right? And I'm getting a little abstract now. This is going to be clear in just a minute. But that's how I see these two different kind of desires that have to be satisfied, right? Number one and number two. Number one is your lizard man, the lizard part of your brain. Number two is the sophisticated man part. We're going to talk about that in just a second. Man or woman. I'm speaking about man generally, like human. Okay. Now we're going to talk about the Life Force 8 here. I picked this up from a book called Cashvertising. It's a book about copywriting. It's a great book. You should definitely add it to your repertoire if you care about marketing. Anyway, he talks about the Life Force 8 in here, and it was a great way to break down some innate human needs. Drew Eric Whitman is definitely not the first person to discover this, but I really just like how he boiled it down, made it super simple. So if you're interested in learning more about the Life Force 8, what we're about to get into, this is a great book to pick up, okay? All right, the Life Force 8. So human beings are biologically programmed with the following 8 desires. Biologically programmed, there's your keyword. That's your takeaway. I'm talking about the lizard brain here. The lizard brain here, right? We're biologically programmed with these 8 desires. Here they are. Number 1, survival, enjoyment of life, and life extension. Survival, enjoyment of life, and life extension. And you could probably say that this is maybe one of the more powerful desires of the Life Force 8, right? Survival, enjoyment of life, and life extension, right? And you can imagine there's a bunch of products that fit into these categories, but we're not going to get into all that right now. Number 2, enjoyment of food and beverages. Enjoyment of food and beverages. Number 3, freedom from fear, pain, and danger. Freedom from fear, pain, and danger. These are all things that make people tick. Number 4, sexual companionship. Excuse me, sexual companionship. This is a pretty obvious one. Number 5, comfortable living conditions. Comfortable living conditions, right? Number 6, to be superior, winning, keeping up with the Joneses. Somebody earlier said status, right? This would probably fall into status. Number 7, care and protection of loved ones. Care and protection of your loved ones. That's a very strong motivator. Think of the mama bear when one of her cubs are stumbled upon by somebody. Number 8, social approval. Social approval, right? So in the book, Drew Eric Whitman, he kind of makes the argument that these are kind of 8 basic needs that drive human beings, right? And we're biologically programmed with these 8 desires, meaning you can't get rid of them even if you wanted to. They're in your DNA, right? They're in everybody's DNA. And if you can connect your product to one of these 8 desires through marketing, right, you have a very good chance somebody's going to buy your product, right? You can evoke emotion. You can evoke an emotional response by trying to tap in to one of these, right? That's kind of the idea. That's the idea. Everybody getting this? Let me know if you're getting this in the comments. Is this good stuff? Is this helping you? Write Life Force 8. Write Life Force 8 in the comments here. Let me know that you are with me. Let me know that you are with me. Write Life Force 8 in the comments. Let me know that you are with me. All right. Let's see here. Oh, still waiting. Still waiting. Biologically programmed with these. They're in your DNA, right? That's the whole kind of concept behind Life Force 8. And if you can remember these, and you probably want to write these down, you can literally use these in all of your marketing, even in your website design, literally everything. If you're selling a different product someday, maybe a year from now, you can think through the Life Force 8 to figure out what angles to create on the product. All right, Life Force 8. Getting it for sure. Life Force 8, Life Force 8, Life Force 8. All right. Yes. Love it. Thank you. Awesome. I love how engaged everybody is here. Appreciate it. Okay, let's keep going here. All right, so here's why you should use Life Force 8 in your marketing. When you create an advertising appeal based on Life Force 8, you tapped into the power of Mother Nature, right? You tap into the power in Mother Nature. These desires are biologically programmed in each of us. I'm emphasizing that and re-emphasizing that on purpose. You need to understand that these are they're not wants, right? These are needs, right? They're needs because we are human beings, because we're Homo sapiens, because we're people, right? They run that deep, right? You could go back 400 years ago, these same needs would apply, right? You could go back 4,000 years ago, these same needs would apply, right? That's why these are powerful. They literally have come to us from the past, right? That is why these are powerful. Their roots are deep. They're part of what makes us human, absolutely, and they are powerful, powerful, powerful motivators. Motivators. All right, so the takeaway. At the end of the day, we're still a bunch of cavemen and cave women, right? That's kind of how I like to think of this. At the end of the day, we're still a bunch of cavemen and cavewomen. We like to be sophisticated. We like to wear a suit. We like to drive the fancy cars. But really, it's still status and kind of social approval that's driving all of that behavior, right? At the end of the day, we're still cavemen and cavewomen. And what makes us tick is actually not that sophisticated, not that complicated. So if you use the Life Force 8 to force an emotional response to your product and your marketing, that's the goal here. So now we're going to do this. We're going to do some exercises here. So what I'd like everybody to do is look at the product, right? And then let's start to think through the one of the 8 life forces, right? Then maybe we can use to sell the product. Like, or what are some of the 8 life forces that this product taps into? Huh? What are the one of the life forces that apply to this product? Will there be a PDF? Yeah, I'll make these available for download. Absolutely, buddy. Facebook user says, I'm proud of my Neanderthal genes. Facebook user has some Neanderthal genes over here. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right. So which of these, look at the product, look at the quote, right? Look at the phrase, and let's do a little exercise. Which of the Life Force 8, right, do we think the phrase kind of taps into? All right. So Jyoti says 7. Care and protection of loved ones. Care and protection of loved ones. Absolutely. Absolutely. Always be your little girl. You'll always be my hero. Right? It definitely touches on that. Care and protection of loved ones. Arthur says 7. Werner says 7. B says 7 and 8. 8 says social approval. Always be your little girl. You'll always be my hero. I could see that actually. Well, explain that more, B, because there's almost no wrong answer here. But explain that. Why do you think number 8 on that one? Number 3, freedom from fear, pain, and danger. Yeah, I could see that. Like it's kind of an unconditional love type thing that you're tapping into with this one, unconditional love, right? So I guess the idea is that, I'll always be, you'll always be my hero, So like the relationship is on stable ground kind of thing, maybe. Someone says status. Status is one of these. Number 6, maybe. Number 6. Yeah, explain that one. I'm not saying you're wrong at all. Just explain it. Yeah, freedom from fear, pain, and danger. Social approval is one we're hearing. Care and protection of loved ones. Very good, everybody. All right, let's go to the next one. Here's another one. To my sister. Which ones come into play here? And a lot of these will be the same, guys, because a lot of these gifts are tapping into the same ones, and they're only 8, right? To my sister, there are friends, there is family, and then there are friends who become family. Oh, thank you for being my unbiological sister, right? Which one's here? Which one's here? Let me know. Let me know. Which ones do you think here? It's a little bit of a delay between me and you, so I can't always see your responses right away. There are friends, there's family, and then there are friends who become family. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. All right, so we've got Tracy says 1, survival, enjoyment of life, and life extension. I could see that. Friends kind of play into that enjoyment of life thing. I could totally see that. Number 7, care and protection of loved ones. Yeah, if you like, a loved one can be a friend, right? Doesn't have to be a family. I can totally see that. Number 8, social approval. Yeah, I can see with friends, maybe you're in a circle of friends, they're always giving gifts to each other, and you're just, doing your part in that, something like that. We're very social creatures, and that drives a lot of behavior. So that's a deep one. Number 5, comfortable living conditions. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I don't see that one. Explain that one some more, Facebook user. Explain that one some more. Number 1 and number 7. Yes, I totally agree with that. 1 and 7, 7 and 8. Social approval. Yep. 7, 1 and 7. 7's a big one here. It's 1 and 7, 8. Yeah, I totally think 8 can apply. 8 can apply. 1, 7, and 8. Lots of that. Lots of that. Okay, great. Number 6. That was a different one. To be superior, winning, keeping up with the Joneses. Yeah. Yeah. Potentially, I could see how that could be an angle. Let's jump to the next one here. Good job, everybody. Everyone's doing fantastic. You're clearly getting this. We may skip. I got one more after this. We might just skip it. To my wife, I don't need the whole world to love me. I just need that one person. And I am proud to say that special person is you. Love your husband. Love your husband. What do you think of this one? What do you think of this one? Let me know. Let me know what you think of this one. To my wife, I don't need the whole world to love me. I just need that one person. I am proud to say that special person is you. Love your husband. So we got 4. Sexual companionship. Could be 4. Well, I mean, I'm sure 4 is definitely part of that. Number 5, comfortable living conditions. Yeah. I think, especially when you get into the family relationships that are, what's that word? Cellular? Nuclear family? Is that it? When you're in the same house together, comfortable living conditions definitely seem to apply. Enjoyment of life, survival, life extension. Yes, I agree with that. Care and protection of loved ones. Absolutely. Definitely the care piece of this one. Adrian says number 1. I agree. 1, 4, and 7. Yes, yes, yes. We got a number 8 in there. Social approval. Yeah, I mean, it could be. It could be. You're probably thinking about it a little deeper than I am on that. I'd love to see your reasoning on that if you want to share. 4, 7, and 8, sexual companionship, care and protection of loved ones, and social approval. Totally agree. Yes, everybody is on track here. Great job. Great job. And B says, happy wife, happy life. Yep. Goes the other way too. Happy husband, happy life. Just doesn't sound as good. Okay, fantastic, by the way. Everybody give yourselves a pat on the back. You are getting this. Amazing job. Let's keep going. We're just going to skip that one. I think you get the point. All right, the more emotional you can make your buyer feel, the more you're going to profit. The more emotion, that should probably just be emotion. The more emotion you can make your buyer feel, the more you're going to profit, right? That is like a maxim in our space. The more emotion you can make your buyer feel, the more you're going to profit. Some of the funny products that I've seen work really well, like they work because like you can imagine somebody scrolling their Facebook feed and literally chuckling out loud when they saw some of these products, right? But then think of the emotion that person is feeling, right? Think of the emotion. This is why I say if they cry, they'll buy. Literally, like, make them feel as much emotion as you possibly can. That is what's going to make them buy, right? Another way to put it is the quality of your products is equal to the emotional experience of the buyer. The quality of your product is equal to the emotional experience of the buyer. Or maybe another way to put it is the profit potential of your product is equal to the emotion, to the emotional experience of the buyer, something like that. You get where I'm going, right? The more emotion the buyer feels, the greater the profit potential of the product. Okay. All right. So that kind of wraps up number one, evoking an emotional response in the buyer, evoking an emotional response in the buyer. Number 2 is offers. Now offers, I've talked a lot about offers in a lot of other videos. So we're not going to get super deep here with offers, right? I think most people kind of get the offers. And don't forget what I said before, that 80% of your time, energy, effort should probably be spent on the like getting someone to feel something, right? And then the 10 or 15% should be helping them justify the purchase with logic, right? Everybody remember that? So the offer now, this to me is the justifying the purchase with logic part of it, right? For our little gifts that we give. Depending on what you're selling, this is a sliding scale, right? It's a spectrum and you can change things around. But for gifts, right, for these necklace products, this is kind of how I break it down in my mind. All right, the offer. Their heart's already on board, right? You did all the other work. You did all that upfront work. Their heart is already on board, right? Now all you need to do is help their brain justify the purchase. That's all you're doing, right? So the caveman or woman is already on board with buying the product. Now you just need the man or woman in the business suit to want to buy to just be able to justify the purchase. That's really all it's coming down to. Does that make sense? So if everybody, just imagine, remember, you got two different parts of your brain. You've got the caveman or woman, and then you have the man or the woman in the suit, so to speak, right? If the caveman or woman is already on it, that's like 80% of the decision making. Now you just need to give the man or the woman in the suit a reason to justify the purchase, right? This is kind of the easy part, to me anyway. Like when I break down this problem, this is a little bit easier to solve than the other one. And by the way, I think an evidence that this is easier to solve than the other one is that when you really hit on a winning product and you've got the emotional piece clicked in, you can literally raise the price of your product by like $10, $15, $20 sometimes and not affect conversions, right? I'm telling you that for most people, especially in the gift giving niche, the offer piece, it's important because they need a reason to justify the purchase, but it's not nearly as important as this emotional problem that you need to solve, right? So I've literally seen it where you can increase the price by 15, 20 bucks and sometimes not even impact conversions, right? Not even impact conversions. So hope that makes sense. Offers. We are going to do this part together. We're going to do this part together. I've taught a lot about offers. Everybody should know how to craft some compelling offers. So let me ask you this. An offer is just giving this other part of the brain a reason to justify the purchase. That's all it is. So I want to see in the chat, what are some things you can do to craft a compelling offer? Give me some ideas here for how you can help them justify the purchase. How can we help them justify the purchase? Give me some ideas here. Come on. And we're going to write some of these together. What are some things you can do to help them justify the purchase? And if I have to go first, just kick us off, I'll do that. But I'll give you a minute. Come up with something. Let's see. Adrian says, perceived value translates into emotional triggers, which leads to sales. People relate higher pricing to quality. However, if you go out of the way, out on a limb, trying to justify the perceived value, you could end up with negative comments. Yeah, it's true. It's true. All right. So let's see. What are some offers? Think of offers, right? How can we help them justify the purchase? That's all you're trying to do at this stage. Bam. Love this one. Take an extra 10% off. So 10% off. This is the easy part. We're not even going to spend a ton of time here. You'll see why. Point out the risk of not buying the product. I actually tend to agree. You could do that. I don't know if you tie this into the offer or not, but I definitely see where you're going. You're trying to help the mind overcome maybe objections or to see the concerns or the pain they might face by not buying the product. I totally agree with you and know where you're coming from on that. That's definitely part of kind of speaking to the man or the woman in the suit part of the brain. Yeah, reduce the price, right? Like, so it wouldn't be reduce the price. It'd be like save money, right? Something like that. What else do we have? Ooh, I like this one. Personalization. I like this one because it doesn't cost anything. Well, may not cost anything. I should put it differently. It's not you losing money anyway. Like giving money off or whatever. Free shipping. Yes. 100%. Lots of free shipping coming through. Yep. Discount free shipping, free shipping, free shipping, free shipping. Limited time offer. That isn't a bad one. Where am I at? Order today. That's kind of a good one. It's urgency. Made in the USA. Yeah, I could see that being part of the offer. I mean, some of these are not going to stand on their own. Some of these you'll stack and you'll want to put together. Let's see. Ooh, this isn't a bad one. Free gift box. Kind of like what we do already on the platform. This isn't a bad one. Save on the next purchase and quantity discounts. And then we have more kind of urgency with, something like this. I think that just ties into urgency, So maybe I'll just do that. Ooh, I like this one. Not available anywhere else. So like that one's getting into exclusivity, right? Like you're not going to find it in the store. Great job, everybody. You've done fantastic. Oh, I like that one. Guarantee. 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 See if I can spell that. I always screw that up. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that. I got some work going on in my house, so sorry about that. All right. First of all, amazing freaking job, everybody. You did awesome on that. You did absolutely awesome on that. So everybody gets offers, right? I didn't want to spend tons and tons of time there. You get how to justify the mind with logic, right? But it's most of that other stuff that actually makes somebody buy, right? All right, let's do some Q&A. Let's do some Q&A for a little bit, and then we will wrap this up. Is everybody enjoying this? Get some of your questions going here, but let me know, is everybody enjoying this? Give me some fire and some coffee and some chickens in the chat. Fire, coffee, and chickens in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. Fire, coffee, and chickens. Let's go. Fire, coffee, and chickens in the chat. Man, that's loud. There we go. In that order. I love it. Thanks, Debbie. That's pretty sweet. Where's your coffee, Steve? Where's our coffee at? Tracy, it's great, especially at 6 a.m. here in Australia. Well, that's how we do it. That's how we do it. So it's Saturday in Australia. Well, it's a great way to kick off your weekend. Is it not? Get your questions in here in the chat. If you have any questions, now is Q&A. We're going to do it for, I don't know, just a little bit. Then we'll kind of wrap this up. David says it was awesome. Thanks, David. Appreciate the feedback. Glad this was helpful, right? I kept it. Look, here's the thing. I couldn't go super deep here. It's difficult to go too deep in like 60 minutes. I really tried to distill down kind of one or two important lessons, maybe three important lessons that I've gleaned from virtually every marketing book and course I've ever taken. And these are the ones that just stick. They're like themes in every single one, right? These are the fundamentals that the rest of your marketing campaigns, everything else you do can be built on, right? If you can get these lessons and you can get them to stick and you can learn them deeply, they'll never leave you throughout your entire digital marketing career. All right. Is that a chicken? That chicken's looking pretty suspect to me. I think that's a turkey. That's an imposter chicken right there. Facebook user. Ooh, I like this one. That's a good change up on me. It's a chicken thigh. Way to be. All right. Or chicken leg. I haven't slept. Tracy. Naughty coffee drinker, but who knows? But how's you could put a beer on there. Raise up your glasses, mugs, bottles, or flasks. I make it flexible, buddy, for you. Fire. Do you have any questions here? I'm not seeing any questions. This is my first session. I loved it. Easy and clear. Fantastic. Arthur said yes. It was amazing. Liked the sunglasses. Way to be. Great session. Thank you. I'm glad you guys did amazing. Here's here's the beer. Way to be. All right. Here's a question. If testing with a CBO campaign, of course, Facebook marketing. If testing with a CBO campaign, you get a sale during your 3 days testing phase, what steps do you take to get to 10 sales to start ramping? Well, I try to do more of the same, honestly. First of all, one sale is look, it's very difficult to make lots of decisions on a single sale, right? Usually what I do though is I won't turn the campaign off. Depending on the time of year and the product, sometimes what I'll do is I'll go Tuesday through Thursday, that little spurt, and I'll just turn it off, and then I'll test again the next Tuesday through Thursday, because again, that's kind of the best time to make sales. If I'm close to a holiday and I have a holiday product, I won't typically do that because I know that the sales are there, that they're happening in the marketplace. So it kind of depends. But with one sale, you don't want to change too much. Just keep doing what's working, right? Keep doing it and see if you can turn that into 2 sales or 3 sales or 4 sales. Oh, you said, oh yeah. So with one sale, it's difficult, but I would try to keep doing more of the same and remember, winning products will reveal themselves, right? They'll reveal themselves. If you're trying to create a winning product, like at the ad level, you've already got a problem, right? So when I'm testing, I really just try to give the algorithm and the product and things like that time to marinate and reveal themselves to me, right? Hope that makes sense. Just woke up with this live Saturday morning, Sydney. It is coffee with Michael in bed. What can I say? No better way to kick off a Saturday. Let's see. Chickens. Yep. Appreciate every Coffee with Michael episode so far. Thank you, the Barris. Thank you, the Barris. The Barris, to me, it sounds like, I don't know. It's like a mob boss. That's what it kind of reminds me of. All right, we got some more beer. Are there any specific offers that tend to work better as you get closer to Christmas? Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. At Christmas, there's lots of competition. So you just focus most of your time, effort, and energy on creating a product that's going to move people emotionally. And then honestly, you can almost attach any offer to it and it will sell, right? But if you stack the offers, obviously that can help. So if you can give them $20 off plus free shipping or something like that, that always helps. One of the things I would do, especially when I'm scaling towards Christmas, is I figure out what our shipping cutoff is. And then what I'll do is I'll literally go into the product description and I'll write 10 days left to save $20 and get guaranteed Christmas delivery. 9 days left to save $20 and get guaranteed Christmas delivery. 8 days left. I will literally turn it into a countdown and I'll change it every single day. And after the cutoff time, what I'll say is, order today. I'll say something like, it may not arrive by Christmas, but the shipping's on us, right? Order today. It may not arrive by Christmas, but the shipping's on us. I'll try to kind of change it a little bit. Hope that helps. Let's see. So you would put up Facebook ads on any day for holidays coming up. If I'm selling a product that's niched for the holiday, so like Father's Day, right? Especially as you get within the first, like, I don't know, every holiday is a little different. Like the buying season is different. Like Christmas, for example, you kind of start to see Christmas pick up. Like it really picks up in the middle of October, but every year it's like it's getting pushed out more and more and more. So Christmas has a much longer buying season than, say, Valentine's Day, where Valentine's Day, most men don't even think of Valentine's Day till February 1st. And by then you've got 9 days of selling left, right? So it just depends on the holiday. But the answer is yes, that if I'm niched for the holiday, I'll start in the closer you get to the holiday, the more buyer intent that there is, the more buyer activity there is, I'll test any day of the week, the closer I get to a holiday. Hope that helps. How do you create one of these offers to pop up before viewing the product? How to create one of these offers to pop up before viewing the product? Well, you can, if you have your own Shopify store, there are apps you can get where, like, when somebody lands on the page, you can, like, it'll pop up and give them an offer. One that you see very often are email captures, right? So you'll land on the page and you'll get a pop-up that'll be like, hey, give us your email and you can save 10%. And usually Klaviyo, a very popular email software that goes to Shopify, has that actually built right into it. It's right into it. You can, I can't remember the name of the menu option, but it's over on the left, and you can go get it. Hope that helps. Target market for Father's Day. Anybody that has a dad. Well, it's a little more specific than that. I'm being kind of funny. It's anybody that has a dad that has enough discretionary income to buy a product and is also compelled to buy a product for their dad, right? I personally just love going after married women that are probably, I don't know, 35 plus in this space, because they're typically buying, they may have 3 fathers they're buying for, right? Their own father, their father-in-law, right? So a gift potentially from their husband to their father-in-law. And that one, it kind of depends. They have grandparents, maybe, maybe not. And they also have a gift for their father. And if their kids are young, right, like too young to buy a gift for their father, they may buy a gift for their father. So it's like you may have multiple purchases there just by targeting married women. Also, women tend to make like 70% of the buying decisions in a household, according to studies. So that's kind of a safe bet. It's where I like to go. But keep in mind, if you can tap into emotion, if you can niche down, really tap into emotion, you don't have to limit yourself to that niche. I kind of like to start there. Just starting out with this, what's the best and fastest way to learn? All I need to know about ShineOn products to start selling. Thanks. We've got a YouTube channel. If you just go to YouTube, search for ShineOn, you should see our channel. We got a ton of stuff on there. All my coffee with Michaels are great. We have ShineOn You, which after you signed up for the platform or the app, you should have received an email with links to ShineOn You. That's kind of a free getting started kind of course. And then I also have my own course that you can buy. It's $500. It's ShineOn100k.com, ShineOn100k.com. And it will literally walk you through getting started on the platform up to and including like Facebook advertising strategies, scaling strategies, things like that. That's ShineOn100k.com. And I'll just throw it in a comment here in case anybody's interested in that. Let's keep going. Is there any way to romanticize the product to make it more emotional? Any way to romanticize the product to make it more emotional? Not entirely sure I understand what you're saying. Obviously, the product, the phrase itself gives you a ton of ammunition, but you can also, on the product description, you can do some, romance, emotional stuff there. They can upgrade to the luxury mahogany box. That's another way to do it. So this is a little bit of a difficult question to answer, but there are plenty of ways. You just need to be creative. Does anyone sell ShineOn products on the Amazon, if possible, to run ads? So yeah, actually, we do have many sellers on Amazon. We have some that are doing fantastic, and you can run ads on Amazon. I wouldn't run Facebook ads. I'd probably use Amazon ads. It's keyword based, things like that. It's probably what I would do. Let's see. Father's Day cutoff. Carlos, search Carlos in the group. He just made a post about this a few days ago. He's got the cutoffs listed. Okay. Any other questions related to this? I'll maybe take 2 more, and then we'll close her down. 2 more questions related to this, and then I'll probably close her down. Arthur asked, do you know when we'll be able to add our products to domains on the platform? So if your domain is already verified, you should be able to, I think you can get right to it. I've not heard of any issues there. We had there was kind of a backlog that was built because of some technical stuff we were working out on doing the domains, and it's going to be tough for me to like explain all that without completely getting into the weeds. But from what I understand, that logjam is cleared, and now the team they're just working through the domains, getting them verified as fast as they can. So the logjam is cleared, and the team is literally working on it every single day now. So if you're one of the people waiting on a domain, they're working on it. I would think by this time next week, they'll be completely done with that. I would think. So apologize for the delay there. Thank you, everybody, for your patience on that. We got to do it right. We want to make sure all the tech is sound. We want to make sure that the firewalls we're putting up between the nodes make sense. So that is what we've been working on. So appreciate your patience on that. Let's see. What I say, 2 or 3 more. Is ClickFunnels a good way to sell? Look, ClickFunnels is just a tool. Funnels can be a good way to sell. Yes. It takes some experience, though. If you're brand new, I do not recommend jumping into a funnel. It's just one more thing that you're going to add to your learning curve. that's going to make things difficult. If you're new, I recommend just try the platform. We've done CRO testing on the platform. There's brand. We've done all the branding on it. We've got email flows, the retargeting set up. I mean, there's just so much we've done for you on the platform. I would start there, especially when you're new. All right, and I think one more question here. Any idea on warranty upsell on Shopify? I think you're asking about the app. Yeah, so that's it's on our to-do list, and that's coming. I don't have a date for you. There's actually a ton of stuff we want to bring to the app that's going to blow things out of the water. I can promise you we'll have something like it before Q4. I can promise you that. I just don't have a specific date on when we're going to deliver that, but it's on the list, and we're hurrying as quickly as we can. Okay, I'm going to answer one more just as a bonus. Is there going to be an Etsy integration without having to use a Shopify app? Without having to use Shopify? Okay, I get what you're asking. Yeah, we're going to try to create one that kind of works through the platform. So we are working on that. That's something we're going to try to deliver before the end of summer. So that's definitely in the works, definitely in the roadmap, and coming soon. All right, everybody. Hey, I want to thank you very much for joining another Coffee with Michael. You guys made this one amazing. Maybe the best one ever. Definitely the best one this week for sure. Thank you so much. Hope you learned a lot here. If you want to download these slides, I'm going to put them in a PDF, and I'll drop the link kind of below the post here. So you'll be able to come back in 10, 15 minutes and get that. All right, everybody. Thanks, and hope you have a great weekend. Take care. Hey, Michael here again. Thank you so much for checking out today's video. If you like the content, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And there's one more thing I want you to do. Check out the links in the description below. I want you to look at the link to ShineOn.com where you can sign up and become a seller with us today. It literally takes 60 seconds and it could change your life. Secondly, I want you to go to our Facebook group. It's the most engaged e-commerce group on the planet. We're constantly sharing important tips, tricks, and things like that that can help you on your seller journey and level up your e-commerce game. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope you have a great one. Take care.